How you doing, brother?
Hey, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Man, you didn't do some of that studying that I asked you to do, though. Remember I told you to, remember
Me too?
huh?
Me too in the Bay of the Capital?
No. Remember?
There's other people who asked me about that. I can't remember who you did.
No, not that.
Okay.
Remember when I check out that crab dress?
Yeah.
Remember when I was talking about the virus in the map?
Okay.
So I was wondering if you researched the fact that the mask, that the virus dies in less than a second outside in the sun.
Okay.
And I remember you were going to look that up. You didn't know that?
I didn't need to look it up. I know that in the sun, in a dry environment, it would die.
Yeah, okay, good. So like out here right now with nobody around you, it would die and you wouldn't inhale it.
Okay.
But you're wearing your mask anyway.
I am.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that. And then also...
I'm wearing pants too. You want to say something about that too?
What?
I'm wearing pants too.
That's good. I don't want you to not wear pants.
Okay.
So could I also ask you about...
Oops, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Could I also ask you about whether or not... See, we previously talked about the Adderall situation. So you clarified that you probably were prescribed Adderall.
Probably. There was Ritalin at one time.
Yeah,
Adderall?
they always do that. Don't you hate that?
That was very much the 90s.
So I see that a lot. And when I talk to people, who sometimes have the feelings that you have and the opinions that you have, which are totally fine because that's your First Amendment right. So I always ask if there's Ritalin or Adderall that's ever been prescribed. So I don't think anyone else is doing a study.
Last time I had that was probably like 3rd grade.
Really?
Yeah.
Why would they give it to you so young? Because when I was in 3rd grade, and they called me Raggedy Andy, and they would tie me to my chair because I had so much energy. I would get up and I'd be doing like.
What year is that? Just to give me an idea. Time.
Let's see. I was born in 1963, so 3rd grade would have been about 9 years old.
Yeah, late 70s, or late 60s, early
Yeah.
70s, maybe somewhere around there.
Yeah, probably 69 when shit was going berserk.
Yeah.
So I was
a great
everywhere.
time in education.
So I was everywhere. I was thinking about multiple things. I was doing multiple tasks. Literally, we had like a courtyard bunny. I couldn't pay attention to school because, just a rabbit that would walk around in the courtyard.
Okay.
But back then, they didn't have Ritalin and all that other shit, right? Adderall. So back then, they just allowed us to do multiple objects at once. They didn't try to drug us down, in other words. So, and a lot of people in your generation have been drugged down by, because you're probably
Technically by your generation.
No, listen, you're probably really smart. And you probably think about more than one thing at a time. And you probably have things that even keep you awake at night.
Always.
And they give you drugs so that they have given you drugs.
They have. I'm not on any right now.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad. But
last time I was on a drug was antidepressant in 2018, and I stopped that cold turkey.
Antidepressant, 2018.
Working.
Yeah, and those are kind of another form of the same thing. They just I'm old, so I've seen a lot of different phases.
What are you getting at here?
I'm just doing a study on it because everyone that we get who takes the time.
Sorry, the heat off of that.
Yeah. And the exhaust. It's up there, but it's still close. I'm doing a study because everyone who takes the time, I don't get the opportunity to ask other people about their feelings when it's like, if it was Black Lives Matter that was here instead of you, it would be a violent event because they're violent. If it was Antifa, it would be a violent event because they're violent. But it's just you and it's not violent because you just have opinions. And you're totally within your right to those. So while I can have a normal conversation, I want to. Because if it's in another situation with, with Blam Tifa, there is no opportunity for dialogue. So I'm just